Hi guys, welcome back. I'm trying desperately here to quickly, this is a question sent in by Mandla, okay? And I'm trying to do this table here quickly. So if you can just have a look at what I'm doing here. They've said this is parent 1, this is parent 2, these are the gametes, this is our Punnett square, hey? Okay, so we've got our Punnett square here. Sorry, Punnett with an E and a double T if we want to be, there we go, Punnett square. And, okay, so we've got capital B, 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 capital B, and then two small t's. And okay, look here. There's the capital B, there's the small b, there's the capital T, and the small t. So what have I done? I've kept my capital letter and then my small letter. So first capitals, then the small letter for each trait. So here's one trait, there's the other trait, okay? Where am I now? This will be B, B, capital T, small t. And now they've got an I here. And then we've got capital B, T, and this one is capital B for that one, small b, and then small t, small t. So we have the recessive trait, and this will all be the same as well. Okay, right. Now, let's just see here. The question says, the color of mice is controlled by two alleles. We've got black, which is capital B. We have gray, which is small b. And then we have tail length, so long tail. Long tail, which is going to be, where am I? Long tail is a capital T, and a short tail is going to be a little t. So they've already told us now that black is dominant over gray and a long tail is dominant over a short tail. In other words, to see or have offspring and you want and to see a short tail or to see that they are gray, they are going to require two recessive alleles, okay? So little b for gray and little t for short. But if there is even one capital T, the tail will be long. So either capital homozygous dominant for tails will be T, capital T, or capital T, small t. And for black, clearly, capital B, or capital B, small b. Alrighty, now it says the Punnett square below shows the parts of the cross between two mice. Genotype 1 has been left out. Okay, so now really, I mean, honestly, you know, what can genotype I be? Genotype I has to be, it's going to be capital B and little b and capital T and little t. Or you can just look at every one of these. All right, because the rows are the same. Why? Because this is capital that. So each row down is going to be the same every time for those 4 blocks. Okay, now it says, give the genotype of parent 1. Now people remember genotype, genes. So what is the genotype of parent 1? And look here, parent 1 is capital B, a small b, and capital T and small t. All right, so that is the genotype of parent 1. Then they say the phenotype of parent 2. So this is the genotype. Okay, now the phenotype of parent 2 is easy because we've got capital B, and small t, small t. This is the genotype. It's not what they're asking for. They're asking for the phenotype. But I need to know what the genotype is before I can figure out what the phenotype is. phenotype is going to be black, okay, because it's capital B, and if we go back here, what was the recessive trait for tails? It was a short tail. So B is going to be black and a short tail. Okay, then they say the genotype of offspring I, well, that's easy. We've got capital B, small b, capital T, small t. So this little guy is heterozygous for color, coat color, and heterozygous for tail color, long tail, and black color. Okay, and what percentage of the offspring above is gray with short tails? So let's have a look. Who are going to have short tails? Now, please remember that short tails are two little t's. Okay, so that's short tails. Okay, and they must be gray, they must be small b, small b. So we have to just have a look here. What are we going to see? Easy. We now have to look for small t, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but they are going to be black, so that doesn't work. And these guys are going to be T, 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 so it's going to be 0%, because none of them are going to be TTBB. There is no TTBB here. Can you see? No small b's at all. Right, so it's 0%. And then, state the phenotype of two gametes from the table above that will result in offspring that are heterozygous for color and length of tail if fertilization occurs. Alrighty, so now look. We want them to be heterozygous. Let me just zip this down. The question says we want them to be heterozygous. So the offspring, hey, the babies. So the F1 must be heterozygous for color and length of tails. Okay, so what does that mean? It means it's got to be capital B, small b, capital T, small t. That's what our offspring must be. Okay? So, which ones here are going to be heterozygous? Come on. The genotype of two gametes on the table above. It's going to be capital T, small t. Why? Because that's one parent, and then the other parent has to have a capital T. So you can do that one. Okay. And we would look at a cross that was BT times small b, capital T. That is what we would want. All right, there you go. Okay, I have got very little time here. What I do want to tell you, though, is remember, complete dominance, when the pure homozygous trait, okay, alleles dominates over the recessive allele every single time, then the F1, so if you take a pure breed homozygous dominant and a pure breed homozygous recessive characteristic, and you cross the two together, you're going to end up with the F1 generation all resembling the parent with the dominant trait. If you have incomplete dominance, then you have black plus white is going to give you gray. It's the in-between of the two. It's incomplete dominance. So you don't have pure total dominance. So when you have a male that's black and a female that's white, they end up with babies that are gray, and that's always the easiest cross to do. And then if you have codominance, like we have in blood, you end up with two that are dominant over, and they will then show together. So a flower with white petals and a flower with red petals, if there's incomplete dominance, you'll have white petals with red marks on, or red petals with white marks on. Both traits come through, or a blood group A and blood group B, and you end up with blood group AB. That is codominance, all right?